Hey guys, more questions from the gram today. Let's dive right in, and this one's really good. Hello, Dr. Ish. My question is this. My husband and I recently got back together after a 3-year separation. We've been married for 26 years. He kept himself in my life while living with his girlfriend, and I let him because I wanted to show or prove to her that I was still relevant. We weren't having sex. Fast forward, he gave me a beautiful ring on Christmas Day 2020, and I was so happy. He was scheduled to move back in by January 2021. He spent the night New Year's Eve. I found out he was still sleeping with his girlfriend, but he told me it was over. Later on, he finally confessed, but kept saying it was over with them. I still let him move back in. Shrug emoji. Shrug emoji. You don't get to give me the shrug emoji after you tell me something like this right here. I've been married for 26 years, husband moved out for 3, got a girlfriend, still has a girlfriend, but I let him move back in. I don't know. No, that's not how this is working. Let's get back to the question. He receives text messages from her when he's at home, and he pretends he doesn't hear it. I think it's the ex-girlfriend, but I'm just not sure. He wants sex often, but my heart's just not in it. Because I don't trust him. He's not a good communicator. What should I do? We have time invested, but not invested in each other, in my opinion. So this is a lot. Here's the first thing I will tell you. Love is not a measure of time. It is a measure of intimacy. Let me say that again. Love is not a measure of time. It's a measure of intimacy, right? What are those things that you share with each other that you don't share with anybody else? What are those secrets that you share? What are the things you tell him that you don't tell anybody else? The things he tells you because you're his best friend, he doesn't tell anybody else. What are those things that you're hoping for? Those things that you're dreaming about? Those things that you're scared of, right? That's intimacy. That implies the connection, and that connection gives you this feeling that we call love, right? You feel belong. You feel like you belong to each other because you know things about each other that are special and that you care about, right? That's not a measure of time, right? Here's your first mistake. And I'm going to go right back to it because you pointed out in the question. He stayed in my life while living with his girlfriend, and I let him because I wanted to prove to her that I was still relevant. Let me rephrase that for you. I let him stay in my life with his girlfriend because I wanted to prove to them that I had value. Let me rephrase that again. I let him stay in my life while he was living with his girlfriend because I wanted to prove to myself that I had value. Somewhere along the way, women got it twisted up in their heads that in order for me to prove my worth and my value in this relationship, I've got to suffer. And the longer I can suffer, the more I can prove my value, right? I don't know who taught you that, and I don't know why you believe them, but it just ain't true. The only thing that comes from you suffering long year after long year after long year is more suffering and more negativity because you're in a negative headspace. And you're attracting negative things into your life, and there's no room for the positive to come in because you're expecting to continue to suffer, right? This universe is built on attraction, and so you're attracting all of those things. You're not even allowing the good stuff because you're stuck in the mindset that no, a good woman is supposed to hang in there and suffer and get beat down and get bruised over, and if I can do that long enough, and I can do that strong enough, and I can do that quietly and humble enough, then maybe finally I have enough value to be worth this person's love. And that just ain't true. It's just not true, okay? That's a whole nother conversation, a whole nother series of conversations that we're gonna have to have about that and value and what that really means and who you do and do not need to prove that to. Now, let's go on to the second part. He's told you it was over, but he's still sleeping with her and it's just a sex thing, so you think. Now, you're not gonna like this. And every woman who's listening to this is going to absolutely hate this, but I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth is, a man can have a sexual relationship with a woman and not have any emotional connection. I know. Let me repeat it. A guy can have a sexual relationship with a woman and there be no emotional connection. A man can have a sexual relationship with a woman and he don't even have to like her. A man can be in a sexual relationship with a woman and he doesn't have to love her. A man can be in a sexual relationship with a woman and he can hate her guts. I don't know. Right? I know, y'all hating it. Every guy who's watching this right now, if he's watching it with his lady or his girl, he's going to button it up. He's going to look the other way. He's going to go get something to drink because he don't want to answer that question. But it's just the way we're wired, right? It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just what it is. It's how guys are wired. They can easily delineate those two sides of the coin, right? There's an emotional need. There's a physical need. Guys can meet that physical need and not have any emotional connection. So when he tells you it's over with her, in his mind, I don't think he believes he's lying to you because in his mind, it's over. The emotional connection, the thing that bound him to her, is over, but there's still a sexual chemistry there, and there's still a sexual connection. He's getting that need met. And so the first thing you guys got to do is have a conversation about that. Why is he still getting that need met with her and not with you, right? So the question you need to ask him is, how is it that you can feel with her over there that you can't feel with me, right? What is the way he's looking to feel? Is he looking to feel powerful with her? Is he looking to feel important with her? Is he looking to feel sexy and attractive to her, right? Does he feel more lovable over there, more desired over there? Does he feel more cared for, more paid attention to over there? What are those needs that she's meeting for him? She's ticking off of some of those boxes. You need to know what those boxes are. You need to have a conversation about it, right? If you don't, there is zero reason for him to change that dynamic because you didn't give him any reason to, because you allowed him to move back in knowing he still had a girlfriend. I don't know, right? Or you could not have that conversation and just continue in what you currently have, which is an open relationship, even though it's an open relationship that you have yet to agree to. But that's what you got. So if that's what it's going to be, right? If you got the first part of your marriage is over, right? You've now entered into the second marriage, right? And that's a great thing because now you both get to each ask for more, right? He's asking for more stuff, right? Every time he goes over there and has sex with a girlfriend, in a way, he's asking you for something, right? He's trying to communicate something to you. You get to ask for more stuff too. So either you're going to let him continue with the girlfriend and you're going to get your boyfriend and y'all are going to meet your physical needs and your sexual needs outside of the relationship. And then you're going to come together and get those emotional needs met. And it's going to be cool and y'all going to do it that way. Or you're going to do it in the more traditional way. Something tells me you don't want to do it in the open relationship way, which means you're going to have that open, honest conversation about what are those needs that she's meeting over there, helping him feel over there that you want to meet those needs for him, right? And go from there, because 26 years is a lot. It's a long time, but again, and you touched on it in your question, it really doesn't have anything to do with the connection. It's just the amount of time you've been there. And so for you, 26 years, I would tell this man that I wouldn't do another 26 days if you're going to continue to have this girlfriend, because I don't agree with that, right? And let's have a conversation about what we can do to meet each other's emotional needs. And once we can meet those emotional needs and mine some of those emotional depths of intimacy emotionally, then maybe the physical intimacy will come back and I can start to trust you again, right? And knowing that, how's he going to rebuild that trust? Well, he's going to have to say some stuff, and then he's going to have to show up and do some stuff consistently to show you that he means it. But no matter what he does, the trust really isn't on him. The trust is actually on you, right? And trust is simply a decision. You've got to trust that no matter what he does, you're going to be okay. You're a grown-ass woman. You were married for 26 years, separated for 3, and you are still here and you are still doing your thing. So you need to tell yourself in your mind, hey, no matter what this man does, who he's seeing, who he's not seeing, I trust in myself that I'm going to be okay. And it's going to be all right. But this is the guy you picked. This is the situation that you guys have created. And so now you just got to have some honest conversations about it. Create a safe space and a brave space where it's okay for him to tell you the truth of what he's getting over there. Create a safe space and a brave space where it's okay for you to tell him the truth about what you're missing. It sounds like you were together for a long time, you separated for a brief period of time, 3 years, but you never had the conversation about what was missing. And that's the part that's still missing. You have a missing conversation that you need to have. Start there. Have the conversation about what's missing. Have the conversation about what we can do to fill in some of those gaps, and it'll get you closer to what you want. I hope this makes sense. Stop using the shrug emoji. for things that are not appropriate. Hope this makes sense. Talk to you later. Bye bye.